The lightweight division is about to incur another breach of the line when Keyshawn Davis gets to fly solo on Friday, November 8th. He'll be fighting out of Norfolk, and the division needs to take note because he's on a title hunt. Let's talk about Keyshawn. Keyshawn Davis is looking to make a splash in the lightweight division this Friday, November 8th, as he takes on Gustavo Lemos in his hometown of Norfolk, Virginia. A top-ranked production that will see him showcase his talents before his hometown. Now, Lemos is a fighter that the promoter had tried to advise against. They wanted Keyshawn to take, let's just say simply, a softer touch for his home debut, but he wanted a bigger name. He stated that he wanted the likes of Teofimo Lopez and others, and at this time they're not trying to see him in the ring. He's even made advances toward the likes of Gervonta Tank Davis. But for right now, Gustavo Lemos will do. So Keyshawn, who's coming in with his record of 11-0, 7 KOs, is seeking the type of challenge that is going to make an impact. He has said going forward, he wants to press for a title shot, and he wants to fight the big names, including his nemesis from the Olympics in Andy Cruz, whom he said has turned down the opportunity by saying he's not ready at this present time. So bring on Gustavo Lemos. And when you look at the pedigree, the Norfolk native has progressed quickly. I believe that there's an opportunity for he to even surpass one of his close friends and associates in Shakur Stevenson. There's something about the talent that's there for Keyshawn that seems to be uncharted. However, just like some others, I do believe that psychologically there are some areas where he may need some assistance. Being around the likes of Shakur Stevenson and Terrence Bud Crawford gives him an idea and understanding of what high pedigree means in the sport of boxing. That's invaluable experience to be around such accomplished fighters and champions professionally. I believe also that Keyshawn, who happens to be 25 years of age and not yet entered a prime, is the type of fighter whose talents can put other guys on notice in the division. If he can keep his head on square, he can do some things. There are fighters who have more prominent names in the sport and division, but they're not looking to face the likes of he and the talent that he brings, including his friend Shakur Stevenson. It would be great if those two men could somehow, some way come together and have a match, because it's the type of quality matchup that boxing pundits would like to see. We want to see the most enriched talents in the division compete against one another. This new day and age of being buddies and not wanting to compete against one another is something that guys in the past didn't do. The real true men would stand up and break bread and also break the ice of competitiveness between one another, so that they would have war stories to tell long when their fighting days have passed. You see, Keyshawn has shown that he does want to take those steps going forward. Whereas I do believe that Shakur Stevenson thinks that he's a little more smart than his contemporaries. But you have to prove your wares in the ring, someplace that I believe that Keyshawn is unafraid to do. He's not looking to pick and choose, he's just looking to jump into the pool, which is great in a sense, because sometimes that's exactly what you need from a specific fighter. The politics of the sport lead people to believe falsehoods when it comes to specific fighters. But I have recognized talent, before, and the eye test tells me that Keyshawn is going to be a formidable personality in the sport. But he has to keep his emotions in check. He has to keep his temperament in check and remain a professional. He did get in some trouble last year with a alleged charge against him. But the whole point of it is that this young man, when he comes in to challenge some of these other noted names in the sport, he proves to be a real challenge in opposition. And I'm always down for the better of the cream to rise to the top in the sport of boxing. We've seen a lot of pretenders, guys who I consider to be simple placeholders and space takers. When quality men step forward, there is something to be defined. The one thing I'm concerned about is the lucrative offers that can come from being successful could taint and stunt the growth. I want to see him continue to become better as a fighter. I want to see him become sharper as a thinker. And that's both in and out of the ring. Once he's able to do that and give himself the best that he can give toward being a man and fighter, the sky will be the limit for someone like Keyshawn. And he should not allow his associates and personal colleagues to hold him back. If it's there for you to achieve, go for it. Because the only reason that they wouldn't want you to is because they don't want you to pass them up. This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.